Slavery never ended. It evolved. The chains aren't made of iron anymore. They're made of paper, and now, increasingly, they're made of code. In 2025, the US national debt has crossed $34 trillion. dollars. Inflation has quietly stolen more than 15% of your purchasing power in the past 3 years alone. Central Bank Digital Currencies, CBDCs, are no longer theory. Pilot programs are running in over 50 countries, each promising convenience while giving governments programmable control over how, where, and when you spend your money. They call it progress. I call it the most sophisticated control system in history. Freedom and control cannot coexist in the same space. When someone else controls the money, they control you. History has always had its masters and its servants. In ancient Rome, conquered people were chained and put to work. In medieval Europe, serfs worked the land, bound to their lords. In the 18th and 19th centuries, chattel slavery left scars we still feel today. These were obvious systems of domination, visible, brutal, undeniable. But today's chains are invisible. They're called wages that never keep up with prices. They're called debts that can never be repaid. They're called savings accounts that silently shrink in value every year. A Roman denarius once held over 90% silver content. By the end of the empire, it was barely 10%. The people's wealth had been stolen not by force of arms, but by the debasement of their money. The same pattern repeats: Weimar Germany, Zimbabwe, Venezuela. The faces change, the method doesn't. If you can create money from nothing, you hold the god power over society. You control time because money is a claim on human hours. You control resources because money is how resources are allocated. You control behavior because money is how people survive. In Argentina, I met a man who had saved for decades. When the peso collapsed, he lost 70% of his life's work in a single week. He didn't gamble. He didn't overspend. He simply trusted a system designed to take from him. Philosophers have warned us for centuries. The Stoics said, "Don't place your happiness in what others control." The Taoists said, "Flow with the way or be broken by it." Yet here we are, entrusting our very survival to a small elite with printing presses. Every stimulus check, every bailout, every deficit, all of it is theft dressed as generosity. You think your money in the bank is yours. It isn't. What you have is a promise, a permission slip, and permission can be revoked. Ask the Canadian truckers whose accounts were frozen for protesting. Ask the people of Greece in 2015, limited to 60 euros a day. Ask depositors in Cyprus whose savings were bailed in, stolen to rescue the banks. Fractional reserve banking means your deposits aren't sitting in a vault. They're loaned out, leveraged, and multiplied. Claims on claims on claims. When everyone asks for their money back at the same time, the illusion collapses. The tragedy? Most people defend their own cage. They'll tell you it's safe, that it's always been this way, that there's no alternative. In 2025, we stand at a crossroads. Down one path, CBDCs, programmable money controlled by central banks, every transaction traceable, every dollar potentially given an expiration date, the power to block purchases that go against policy, the ability to freeze your funds with a keystroke. Down the other path, Bitcoin, rules without rulers, a fixed supply that no one can inflate, borderless, permissionless, unseizable wealth. CBDCs centralize power, Bitcoin decentralizes it. One is the perfection of the plantation, the other is the key to the gate. Most people think of Bitcoin as an investment. That's too small. Bitcoin is a mirror. It forces you to confront your time preference, the trade-off between today and tomorrow. Fiat teaches impatience. Bitcoin rewards patience. The Stoics taught, focus on what you can control. You can't control the global economy. You can't control central banks, but you can control your savings. You can control your keys. You can control your knowledge. The Taoists taught, align with nature's law. Bitcoin is digital nature, an unstoppable process of energy and information flowing across borders like a river that wears down stone. Holding Bitcoin isn't just a financial choice, it's a psychological revolution. Chains don't break themselves. No one is coming to free you. You have to see the system for what it is, a quiet form of economic slavery. You have to decide to step out of it before collapse forces you to. Bitcoin is not perfect. It won't solve every problem in your life, but it is the first form of money in human history that offers you the choice to be inside the cage or out. Stack sats. Learn the history they never taught you. Protect your time, your labor, your future. Because when the old system crumbles, and it will, the ones who walked away first will be the ones who walk away free. The chains are still here, but for the first time in history, the key is in your hand.